WOA Fairy Tales.
This is a snake tied to a tree. Oh wait, what's going on? The snake has turned into a beautiful princess. That's weird. What happened? Let's find out the story of WOA Fairy Tales. Once upon a time, there was a very brave knight named Justin. He often went to new lands to eliminate evil and save people. Although his life was hard and unstable, he was still very happy because he could help many people. One day, Justin went to a strange desolate kingdom where the people were miserable and hungry. Seeing the strange thing, he stayed in an inn to find out what was happening.
If you can't save this kingdom, you can stay here forever. I won't take you any money. Actually, this place used to be very peaceful, but in just one night the royal palace suddenly disappeared. Without the king, we were extremely panicked, and robbers arose everywhere. As you see, everything got worse, so people were miserable and hungry.
Curious about the mysterious story in this kingdom, Justin began to search everywhere while wandering in the forest. Help me! Is there anyone? Help me! Running towards the cry, Justin saw a snake tied to a tree in front of a dark castle. Help me! All of them were in flame. Hero, save me!
A snake can speak like a human? Unbelievable!
Because of his kindness and curiosity, he ran into the flame to escape the snake. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm not a snake, but Princess Avery of this kingdom. Please, save our royal family.
What? You say you're a princess? And this is the palace of the king of this kingdom? What happened to you?
It's all about the witch Bruno, who is the prime minister of the kingdom. He used witchcraft to bring the castle to this forest. He even forced me to marry him. My father was enchanted, so he obeyed Bruno and didn't care about me. When I refused to marry him, Bruno turned me into a snake for fun and tortured me in fire every day until I agreed. Lucky to meet you, so I can be free.
I got it. I am Justin. Since we have a chance to meet each other, I will help you. What should I do to save the king and this kingdom?
You have to defeat the powerful wizard Bruno, who controls the whole castle. I will give you a hand. Under the tree in the palace garden is buried a miraculous sword of my family. It can help you open the castle door.
Oh, what a sharp sword!
Justin brought the sword to the front door of the castle. He looked around and saw a gap, which was the lock of the castle door. As what the snake said, he took the sword as a key and inserted it into the lock. Then, the castle door opened right away. As soon as he entered, Justin found the king and a strange army, including skeleton soldiers who had been already waiting.
Who are you? How dare you break into my castle?
Justin noticed that behind the king was a cunning man who was manipulating him.
Surely that person is Bruno, who the princess has mentioned. I'm Knight Justin. Your Majesty, I have come to awaken you. You are being controlled by that Prime Minister Bruno.
Your Majesty, this guy dares to break into the palace and talk nonsense. Please punish him.
Guards, put him in jail right now.
Not wanting to make trouble for the king, Justin let the soldiers take him away. He was imprisoned and strictly guarded. Suddenly, the snake secretly crawled in from the window. Are you okay? Don't worry. I'll find a way to get you out of here. When the guards didn't notice, the snake princess gently crawled over and stole the key for Justin. He quickly opened the door to escape and took back the precious sword. My precious sword will be useful to you. Take it with you. After that, Justin followed the snake princess's instruction to enter the castle. Ahead is Bruno's private secret room, which is guarded very carefully. Justin went to the secret room and saw Bruno's skeleton soldiers who looked very cruel. The commander is a skeleton soldier wearing a strange shield.
Who are you? How dare you to invade the domain of our master, Sir Bruno? You will have to pay the price for it.
Justin was not afraid of a large army of skeleton soldiers. He attacked the commander by slashing at his shield, but the shield was unharmed, only letting out a defeating sound. The strange thing was, the skeleton soldiers were all affected by that sound, even if only for a moment. Justin was very delicate to realize that.
They seem to be affected by the sound of this sword attacking that shield. These two are precious treasures.
Justin, the sword I gave you has a magical ability. Let's do it like this. He faced the army, raised his sword, and chanted the spell.
Magical sword, help me defeat them!
Immediately, all the skeleton soldiers turned to dust, leaving only the commander wearing the shield.
You will have to pay the cost.
The skeleton commander rushed and attacked brutally, but Justin calmly fought back. Knowing that he could not fight directly because of the shield, he dodged the commander's sword, then sneaked behind him and slashed him to dust. Only the shield was undamaged. Justin picked it up and happily took it along with him. After defeating the skeleton soldiers, he opened the door of the secret room and stepped inside. Right after that, the cruel witch Bruno appeared in front of him. He got extremely angry.
You cursed snake! It was you who led this knight inside to destroy everything. You all have to die to pay for it.
Justin attacked Bruno with his sword. However, the witch could quickly dodge, so Justin was unable to reach him.
It's not good. I have to change my strategy in order to defeat this witch.
Justin cleverly changed his strategy. He no longer attacked, but paid more attention to defense. It was not easy for the wizard Bruno to defeat him, because he had just won the precious shield.
But if I just defend, I can't defeat him. What should I do now?
While thinking, Justin suddenly remembered the strange sound when his sword and shield collided, which caused the skeleton army to be momentarily disabled.
Right! It works against the skeletons. It should work against that witch also. I need to try.
Then, he smashed his sword and shield together, creating a loud sound that annoyed the witch.
Too noisy! Stop it now! Don't smash them together!
Seeing that worked on him, Justin felt excited and kept smashing the sword against the shield to make loud noises. As Bruno was distracted by the sound, he couldn't attack him like before. That sound also had other effective use. It spread very quickly throughout the castle, which made the king and soldiers gradually awaken. They all regained all their memories.
I remember everything. It's Bruno who has controlled this whole castle all this time. This sound is coming from his private room. I have to get there now.
Meanwhile, Justin was still smashing his sword from his shield to annoy Bruno. He patiently waited for his opportunity to come. At that time, Bruno's magical staff suddenly shone. It formed a cage around Bruno to prevent him against the sound that was echoing. I get it! Justin, destroy Bruno's staff now! All his power stems from that staff! Justin rushed forward to slash Bruno's staff with his sword. The ruby on the staff slammed into the ground and shattered. Losing the ruby, Bruno's magic all disappeared.
Ah, my power! No, why could they know this? It can't be like that.
As Bruno's magic was gone, the Snake Princess returned to the beautiful Princess Avery. At that moment, the king led his troops in. Seeing that Avery was back as before, they both felt really happy. Bruno was completely defeated, so he was quickly put into jail. The palace was also returned to its original position. Everyone in the kingdom was so happy. The king then helped the people overcome the difficult situation. His decision was warmly welcomed by all. That kingdom was finally free again. Justin and Avery fell in love with each other. The king was also delighted and agreed with their marriage. Their wedding ceremony took place throughout the kingdom with the congratulations of everyone.